Aquarius, Ali from Indigo Ascension. We're going to do your August 2020 monthly reading. Now, if this is your first time to the channel, welcome. Thank you for being here. Please do go ahead and check out the description box below where you're going to see more information about the work that I do at my website address as well as my Facebook page. I've also got a link to my Instagram where you're going to find the quick reads. So up on Instagram, I do the weekly quick reads, which are brief 5-minute videos about the potential energies each of the zodiacs may be crossing for the week ahead. But on the YouTube channel, I go a little bit more in depth, okay, with fortnightly and monthly readings. Hence, here we are for August. We are at the halfway point in retrograde season in many ways, okay? So collectively, a lot of us are processing the deeper healings, integration, awareness. It's becoming conscious what was perhaps unconscious or subconscious or sitting below the layers. We're getting to know our deeper drives. We're getting to know our blocks to expansion and growth, connection, you know, trust, intimacy, love, connection, growth and expansion. These are the themes, loosely speaking, that the retrogrades have offered us collectively. Now in August, okay, I like to do a bit of a cosmic recap at the beginning of each monthly video, so please go ahead and fast forward 5 minutes roughly or so where I do your reading, but I talk as I pull cards anyhow. Astrologically speaking, August offers us a kick-off for yet another retrograde, which is the planet Uranus. Now Uranus is very much eccentric. It is out of the box. It is quirky. It's the oddball, you know. And, you know, basically retrograde Uranus and direct Uranus is very much the same energy, but when it's retrograde, it is calling to our attention a little bit more. And as it enters the party at this point in the timeline, having already got Saturn, Pluto, Jupiter in retrograde, we've finished with Mars. We will be kicking off Mars. God, actually, Mars goes retrograde. Is that in September? I'm pretty sure it's in September. Venus retrograde, Mercury retrograde, you know, it activates energy. So now we've got a dose of this. And I've said this in a Facebook post, you know, when we add flour and water, it's a basic dough. When we add yeast, it turns into bread. When we add eggs, sugar, milk, whatever the case may be, it becomes a cake. So there's different outcomes, there's different offerings, consequences, opportunities, if you like, as we progress through retrograde season, which primarily takes up for the middle chunk of the year. So Uranus gives us an opportunity to really act on all this higher knowing we've been integrating, all the deeper wisdoms, all the changes we're wanting to seek. Uranus is perfect for being able to really experience the action side of this change. It's all well and good to think, dream, hope, pray, you know, but it is action that counts in the eyes of the universe, okay, Aquarius? And you're going to really align with Uranus energy in many ways. You know, it is the out there, it is that outside the box view of things. And I know that in a lot of the Aquarius readings that I've been doing, there's this genuine embrace. Like, make no mistake, as we reach the conjunctions in December, Aquarians are going to be really feeling the pull and the call, okay, to really offer us this new collective energy that is the age of Aquarius, that is this Aquarian light era. Now, you can look at that in a very holistic spiritual perspective, or you can look at it in very practical ways. You will notice collectively a lot of people will be stepping out of old ways of doing things, you know, what was once taboo to talk about. You will see more and more people openly discussing beliefs, concepts, ideas that perhaps at one time we thought we couldn't discuss openly for fear of being judged, you know, and judgment, old patriarch energy. This is the old energy that's dying away, the old age, if you like, you know, where we're sort of head down, bum up and do things to keep the status quo, whereas on deeper levels, a collective are really desperate for change. We're desperate for the new Aquarius. And your energy is perfect embodiment of different, alternative, You know, and that's what the world is looking for in many ways. We keep continually coming up against the same brick walls. And you can apply that to our personal lives. You can apply that to our collective lives, our society. You know, when we're looking for solutions, it makes no sense to keep doing things that have never proved to thoroughly work before. Yeah? Underneath your energy deck, you have the happiness card, Aqua. You're really aligning to beliefs, situations, energies that really instill the value. You're placing higher value on what happiness, what role it plays in your life. The energy field that this feels like is going to feel very different to perhaps what you're experiencing from the past, how much permission you allowed yourself to truly experience happiness. I was just driving and I was listening to the radio news, and, you know, metaphysics community, we've known this for a very long time, but like, it was just this brief thing that I heard. The news reporter said, you know, new research suggests that those who live with a strong pessimistic focus tend to live shorter lives. And that makes sense, yeah. We can live pessimistically, and that energy feels like a certain vibration. Or we can live in this vibration. And there's a very distinct difference between being naive. There's a distinct difference between choice, choosing, will, allowing, yeah. There's all this delicate balance, and defining what happiness or success means is unique to us all. And this is that unique or oddball energy, you know. What does happiness mean to you? Underneath all this, like, you've got a new beginning, a new relationship with your view about your potential. Okay, what you want to achieve moving forward, and am I genuinely happy? If not, why not? If so, what am I going to do about it? Okay? Happiness says, I am aware that being happy means I am on the right path, and that's that very simple energy formula, Aqua. You know, it's about knowing how you feel, around who you feel, when you feel. That is the vibrations that we need to maintain our health. Okay? And happiness will always equal positive vitality. It's this very simple process. As we release worry, I can keep going. Alrighty, let's take a look and see what your energy cards want to say, my love. You're working with the energy of change, Aqua. You're processing the energies of blame, and you are releasing the energies of guilt. And so I'm feeling very much that this is very separate to these two. This feels like a focus card. This feels like I want things to change. I'm changing the ways in which I am governed, okay, by either happiness or blame. Have I been sitting in this energy of grief, you know, and choosing to sit in this energy of blame, okay? We and we alone, Aqua, are responsible for our own happiness. It is up to us. It is a moment by moment choice. And I get it when we are processing massive cycles in our life, when we're processing massive change, we can really fluctuate and struggle with this integration of grief as it shifts our cognitive and awareness of self, as it shifts our emotions, you know, like this rocking tide and waves, and feeling like we're sort of at the disposal of our emotions. It can feel quite uncomfortable for Aquarians, yeah? I feel like I'm connecting into many Aquarians that have redirected blame, or at least reset this external focus to an internal one, is what I want to say. It's very easy for us to decide that, yes, life circumstances, actions of others have navigated my life on some level, but it is my will and choosing, Aqua, that ultimately helps me be able to process those heavier emotions, heavier experiences, because it's about my well-being. It is about my, like, vitality. You know, I can remain stuck and unmoving in this and continue to vibrate at that level and feel that I'm not really processing things on a higher benefit to my well-being, is what I want to say, okay? Or I can choose to focus on what this means for me, create new definitions around this so that I can successfully integrate and move away from these energies. Like, no, make no mistake, there is change here for many aquas, okay? You're wanting change, you're feeling the change energy, you're feeling a drive towards change and really shift out old paradigms. That's been a very big theme in a lot of your readings, aqua. Let's take a look. Like, and this is, like I said, it's a massive reset. It's the Fool card. It's zero field, all right? And that uncertainty, that transition point between the past, between what was and what will be, is going to sometimes feel uncomfortable, because on a human level, we want to control the processes. We want to know what will be. We want to know what doors will open for us, yeah? I feel like many Aquarians are sort of navigating this, and I can see that. You're sort of willing to work on it, whatever that means. I'm willing to commit to this new belief system, this new path. I'm willing to commit to align to anyone and anything that brings me happiness. More importantly, it is my choices that ultimately draw this manifestation forward. Maybe on very practical levels, you get some amazing news in relation to finances, in relation to your career. And you're really asking yourself, you know, this is what happiness feels like for me. This is the success I've been looking for. Maybe you're really questioning, does my work bring me happiness, and what does that mean, okay? But I'm going to say, as a general rule of thumb, many Aquarians are choosing to commit to whatever it takes to embrace this energy of change, shift out of the energy of blame and guilt, which only ever impacts our solar plexus and our sacral chakra, which is our will and choosing, our genuine self-confidence, our expression of our divine essence, our creativity and sensuality, and just that, you know, that energy of when you walk into a room and this is the energy you emit. You know in yourself, Aqua, if you haven't been feeling that for quite a long time, you've been wanting this change on some level, you've perhaps been just going through the motions, and to the point that your health got affected, you know, because on deeper levels there was this worry and anxiety energy that was making you feel like you were stuck, unable to see the future, unable to truly process the past, unable to see in the moment, in the here and now, what I truly have that makes me happy, okay? Feeling stuck and not able to change the reality of my health and vitality. You know, you would have been feeling this on physical levels too. And if there was challenges when it came to your health, I'm going to say you're moving into a more optimistic and stronger energy. You're wanting to change the reality of your circumstances on some level, is what I'm picking up on here. I'm not going to say that lightly, because I do see here there was a lot of perhaps even stress and worry when it comes to your health, all right? Maybe it took a little bit of bravery to embrace empathy for others, for self, for situation, okay? To really shift some things here and really ask yourself, what does peace mean to me? What is the value of peace? What am I willing to invest to feel it, to know it, to have it in my heart and in my mind? Alrighty, let's take a look at these tarot cards. There's some beautiful healing here there. After really embracing, like I feel like I'm even connecting to, particularly into Aquarians that have really healed their beliefs around intuition and following divine guidance, so that you could really heal something here. You're really choosing, you're navigated by this energy of the moon, and I feel like it's this, I'm not going to call it fear, it's this uncertainty, this uncomfortable transition point. Maybe that's what August is about, helping you process so you can truly embrace change. Release this older energy of blame and grief, okay? To embrace the new. So maybe in many ways, August is primarily going to feel like you're not quite sure. You're uncertain of what the future will hold for you. You're not sure of what that open door will look like, but you're definitely sure about the door that's closing, the old version of you, old reality, old beliefs, old ways in which you kept yourself stuck. Your relationship with your intuition can truly be healed this month, and how it ultimately benefits you, because we can use sight, knowing, on one level, okay, and it can produce anxiety and worry, or we can truly connect into the center of peace. And I know it's so easy as an outsider to say that. When you're going through a shitstorm, when you're going through challenging chapters of life, you know, it can be almost quite annoying and make us feel angry when someone says, hey, just go and meditate, just go and feel peace. No, I'm processing some hectic stuff here. You know, it can feel like I'm in survival mode, where I'm always trying to keep my head above water. Whatever the case may be, Aqua, you will know. Okay, you will know what it takes to get you to the center of your peace. And what I do want to say, how long has it been since you have felt that? Are you continuing? You know, August brings us the question, and perhaps how much more will you continue to invest in this energy, which ultimately has never led you to this, to this, to this. What is it going to take to genuinely shift this? And the health card, I do want to say, also reflects our outer reality. It is the physical manifestation of the internal energy we're emitting. Okay, so if I'm thinking, feeling at a certain vibration, at a certain reality, at certain choices, then I'm going to eventually manifest that in my life. All right? It happens in little ways, it happens in big ways. And that's what that's what I'm picking up here. Okay? There's a real healing, you know, that is possible when it comes to your uncertainties about your path ahead, your relationship with your intuition, your relationship with anxiety and worry. This control energy perhaps needed to be healed and balanced when it comes to, I don't know whether to make that decision because I don't know if it's going to lead to this. And it can make us feel really, really stuck in a story that isn't true. We've just created it here. You know, it takes a lot of pullback. It takes a lot of strength and inner courage to be able to pull back and just deal with the facts in the here and now. What can I control today? Well, today I can control my emotions. Today I can control my thoughts. Today I can control my actions and my choices, and I trust myself enough to respond to life, that thing, that person, if and when it comes up. There's a very big difference, and it letting go like that, it feels like this. It feels like peace. Okay, I feel like many aquas are really healing this relationship you have with uncertainty. You're healing your relationship with the unseen and the unknown. You know, you might even be healing these aspects of shoulda, coulda, woulda as well. Okay, the choices you didn't make in the past. Whatever the case may be, there's a healing. August offers you a beautiful healing. All right. Maybe after a time of just committing to this, and maybe on very practical levels, I'm connecting into Aquarians, that you've been very focused on the 3D, very focused on building your wealth, very focused on your career choices, okay, and making yourself secure. There's an invitation here to engage in healing on that higher level, about what it is that makes you feel uncertain, okay, and are you being distracted by engaging in this stuff, is what I want to say. Because there's a new beginning that's beckoning you, and I think you subconsciously know this. You know this on deeper levels, but it's sort of like you're not tempted to make a choice just yet. Like, but change is calling to you. So I may very well be connected into Aquarians that are still processing this energy. We're releasing this energy of blame and grief. I'm not ready for my new beginning. I know that I need to action it soon, but it's not quite pressing, okay? When I see those two cards. Maybe August offers you an opportunity to really look at the higher view of things and pull yourself away from a situation, an experience from the past, your current reality, whatever the case may be, to determine what it is that you want to hold on to, work with, build foundations on, to continue this path moving forward. You will be moving towards peace. You're wanting this on deeper levels, Aqua. So I'm wondering how much you actually choose to hold on to that does not feel like peace. How much do you choose to control and hold on to that continues this cycle of blame and grief energy that ultimately keeps us stuck and away from genuine and authentic change? That's what's calling to you on deeper levels. And I do see here in many ways, you know, your health and vitality is giving you signals. It's giving you cues. You're feeling this in your energy field. You're feeling this in your body. Maybe your body is asking you to slow down in one way or another, to truly listen to the wisdom within. All right, I feel like there's this research energy that's going on. Maybe you're really healing this relationship you have with your intuition, your uncertainty. Maybe you're really healing your relationship with your emotional body, all right, and how you allow your emotions to navigate your thoughts, how you avoid them and stick only with thoughts. Take it however it resonates. There's this I'm feeling like many Aquarians I'm connecting into are perhaps doing a lot of research, online activity, a lot of watching, a lot of reading, a lot of absorbing information that needs to be integrated and healed, especially when it comes to uncertain. I'm uncertain about this path. I'm uncertain about how best to action this. I'm uncertain about, like when the moon card shows up, you know, we're not underneath the sunlight. There is no stark clarity. We're really navigating on intuition levels. We're really navigating on instinct levels. I'm even going to say, how did you heal the difference between instinct and intuition? How did you blend the two? Where did the two lines get crossed? And I say this a lot to my clients. The mind, and this is something you're going to really relate to, Aqua. Like, you take the mind to the next level, okay? The mind is such a powerful tool in order to truly create the realities we deeply crave. Now, it is a, you know, take what term resonates for you. It is a God-given, it is a universe-given, it is a tool that we can use that really shapes and develops our perception of self, our reality. You know, your experience of your life lived exactly the same way as someone on the other side of the world that is exact same age as you, is living the same sort of reality, has been through similar experiences, is going to very well and likely have a different perception. They may certainly have the same, you know. And so when it comes to perception, when it comes to our perception of our opportunities, our perception of our past, our perception of what pains us, holds us back from growth, from change, from happiness, from vitality, is unique to us all. And it is our mind that governs that. It is our mind that we can go to help us see things in a new way, to bust us out of cognitive dissonance, into awareness, into expansion, expanding our mind. But the mind is not the only data information source. Okay, we have the language of our heart. We have our emotions that are also a data input source, because we're feeling things, not just thinking things, yeah? We also have our very primal animal instincts, which helps us navigate fear. We are either safe or we are not. It is primal. It is innate within all of us, within all sentient and living beings. We can feel energy to the point that we are alerted on some level. It is what mainstream calls our gut instinct, which is separate, personally speaking, and many believe the same. Instinct is very separate to intuition. Intuition is the higher knowing that perhaps combines the wisdom of the heart, the wisdom of the mind. Because it's up there. It is this next level of self, because this next level of self has always existed, yet we've separated it. We've only focused on one. We put so much weight on the mind, yet there is, like I said, intuition, there is emotion, there is also instinct, not just our mind. There are 4 parts of us that we can rely on for data processing, feedback, understanding, integration, and wisdom, which leads us to growth. So if I'm only extending one aspect of myself and I'm coming up against blocks after blocks, is it because I've exhausted that channel of myself, that part of myself, to its full capacity? And what's to say I'm even using it at full capacity? Science says we only use, 3%, 5%, 10%, or whatever the case may be, of the human mind. What if what's friggin' missing is the relationship it has with this, this, and this? Like, what is it to be superhuman? Is it just because we've finally realized we can use other channels, we can use other processes and parts of ourselves, which enhance that? That enhances that exists to support that. They exist in harmony together. They are the balance of the 4 elements. The superhuman version of ourself is the 5th. You know, who you are when you use that alone is different to that alone, to that alone. And now let's look at the other side of that coin when it comes to happiness and health. Who you are when you are well rested, well fed, life is going good and with no challenges, you've got this higher view, is a very different version of yourself than when you have just been betrayed, heartbroken, you're at your last $10. It is still the same person, different circumstances. What part of myself am I going to go to help shift me out of that vibration? I talk about the 5 bodies in my work quite a lot, Aqua. We are more than just a physical. We are an emotional body, we are a thought body, we are an energy body, and we are a soul. The further disconnected we are from that core of who we are, the more weight we put on one. And it's going to be different for everyone. I'm loosely saying Aquarians are comfortable in the mind because you are an air sign. Water signs are comfortable in the emotions because they are emotional. You know, that they're comfortable in their emotions because they're water signs. Fire signs are comfortable with their fire and drive, their passion, their energy, because they are fire signs. Take it however it resonates. There's this deeper, like, I'm loving the August readings because they feel like aha moments. They feel like the view of all that has been. I'm really feeling this halfway point of the retrograde cycle. And the retrogrades will continue until January next year, depending on which planet we're talking about. 2020 is the master teacher year. It is the year where we put down foundations to do things differently. You know, maybe I'm connecting into Aquarians that are really healing, you know, the way their mind, how they've only been using this infant awareness of their mind, and how powerful your mind really can be, especially when coupled with a wholesome energy body, emotional awareness. Did I just say energy body? An emotional body. Because look at this. This is the cups and this is the swords. There's something here. There's like an invitation here where you can heal heart and mind. And you know what happens to that page then? Does it grow into a knight? Does it grow into a queen? Does it grow into a king? You know, there's a genuine invitation here to really embrace your Queen of Cups energy. That's the future. That's the projection for August, is to really embrace emotional intelligence so that you can shift yourself out of this, perhaps this uncertainty, this fear, this focus on the practical all the time. There's an invitation from Spirit here to really go to another level of yourself. And in order to truly experience a whole new beginning in this reality that you've been focused on, okay? You're wanting to... that's really hard for me to explain what I'm psychically seeing, feeling like. It's almost like the missing key, the missing ingredient, Aqua, was with you all along. And I know that's so cliche, but you're going to be feeling this in August at some point. You're going to know what... it's like an aha moment is what I'm feeling here. Maybe an earth sign is relevant, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus, maybe those zodiac seasons are relevant. Maybe another Aquarius or a Gemini or a Libra is relevant. Maybe a water sign is relevant. But there's a balancing here, guys, all right? You've got the emotions, you've got the mind, and you've got the invitation from the practical. Watch what you can achieve. Watch what abundance you can achieve in the practical, in your everyday reality. When you embrace this different way of viewing your emotions. Now, this has been a theme that's come up in a lot of your readings, Aqua. You are the water bearer, and I've said that in so many of your readings this year. You know how to bear the waters, but perhaps I'm connecting into many Aquarians that have feared their emotions, that have suppressed them to the point that you don't share them, you don't hold space for them, you don't allow yourself to sit within the realms of this for fear of drowning, perhaps, and you're safe and you're comfortable in the realms of the mind. And maybe these blocks and frustrations you continue to come up against are because you've only allowed your mind to take you to one. Like there's only so much we can do with the mind. It's like this. You come to this awareness of you've only been using your mind to the level of like this smaller page energy. It can actually be taken to a queen level. It can be taken to a king level if you like. Your mind can expand. I'm connecting to Aquarians that are working with expansion energy, consciousness upgrades. I'm connecting into Aquarians that are really embracing a whole new way to use the power of your mind. And the solution, the key, is about really not just having the courage to face your emotions, but really heal your deeper beliefs about why you feel you've had to avoid them. Like there's a lot of, like the moon is uncertain. I'm uncertain, you know. I can be really pushed and pulled by emotions, and I've probably had bad experiences in the past where I've gotten really lost in my emotions, don't know how to deal with them, or whatever the case may be. So let's just block. Like there's a whole new way in which to really connect to the waters for you, Aqua. And what it does, it shifts you out of this infant energy of the mind. Like it takes you to that next level of your mind. Like I said earlier, we are more than just our mind, okay? We can also access our instinct. We can access our intuition. We can access the language of the heart, not just the mind, okay? What if, as human beings, we've never really been taught how to process data, process ourselves, develop perceptions, opportunities to grow, opportunities to expand, defeat, fight against this defeatist energy that I'm continually coming up against brick walls in myself. Like, God, I can really go deep and wide here. Like, how has our society actually taught us how to embrace the power that is the human mind? This is what I'm feeling. Like, there's this consciousness upgrade for you, Aqua, and this is the time. It's actually quite perfect. That takes you through to the end of the year where there is a Saturn and Jupiter conjunction in your sign. The more you process this now, it's here now. There's an opportunity really to address this, Aqua. To take yourself to that next level of yourself, because the world is screaming for your energy. The world wants new. The world is looking for new solutions. And it's almost like, in many ways, Aquarians that I'm connecting into, a lot of Aquarians out there in the collective, you're going to be noticing this deeper call. Like, it's a subconscious thing, okay? Like, it's your time to shine soon. You're on. And you know what? When it comes to being an empath, sensitive, intuitive, when it comes to those that are on the awakening path, you will experience this by going through your own challenges. And, as a healer, you go through things. And it is those things, they serve a purpose, because you will then connect to individuals that need to know, how did you navigate that? Because I'm now going through it. And maybe that's the greater purpose. Maybe that's the greater why of why we had to go through that thing, those opportunities that perhaps almost, those times that almost crushed us. How did you expand your mind, Aqua? How did you successfully navigate the emotional waters to come to a whole new understanding of the purpose they serve you? And like I said, everything is unique to each individual, not just our perceptions, but our relationship with our emotions, our relationship with our intuition, our relationship with our instinct. What if this whole time we have confused instinct, which is base, primal, animalistic fear or safety? I just want to loosely describe it at that for now. What if we have confused that and it's blended with our false understanding of what our emotions are? There's that saying, am I responding because of my intuition, or am I responding because of trauma? Am I intuitively choosing from a higher heart wisdom that combines my heart language and my head? Or am I instinctually reacting out of fear? Really knowing the roles that they play in your life, your processing, your integration and awareness of self is the key this August. And August kicks this off for you. There's a new beginning here. Feels deep, Aqua. Like, I actually love how this feels. The last 2 years, the next 2 years are relevant. This new moon, I don't think I even mentioned the other cycles. Full moon in Aquarius. Sorry. Wow, that's perfect. It is your sign, your full moon. Release this old version of yourself, this old way of doing things. This old relationship you have with your emotions, this old relationship you have with your mind. Watch, what does it mean to be superhuman? I'm going to title your video that. There's also a new moon in Leo on the 19th, which is, it opposes you, it sits opposite the zodiac table. So it's going to be front and center by the time we get midway through, just after Uranus kicks off retrograde on the 15th. The more you suppress this over the first 2 weeks of August, it's going to become more and more apparent. Like, it is time for change. Really define what this means on very practical levels. Get honest with yourself about how much this is being impacted, what you do want to change about health. Like I said earlier, the health card also depicts your external reality. How is that being produced and navigated by the very energy you are processing when it comes to your emotions, your thoughts? What needs to be healed there? See, this is how we feel. This is how we think. This is the practical manifestation of that. And is it abundant? If I have an abundance of something, define it. What is it? Is it worry or is it happiness? There's this beautiful healing here, guys. I want to pick a healing card for you to finish off your reading, because I'm just on 35 minutes. All right, my lovely Aquas. August feels good. It feels deep, but you know what? You're not the only zodiac sign. A lot of the zodiacs are doing this deep soul stuff. That's also the purpose of my monthly readings, to look at the bigger view, the undercurrent of what's going on. The fortnightlies and, of course, the weeklies go more into practical detail. Underneath that, I just heard you say you wanted to know. Breathe, Aqua. Take in a breath. Look at that. It's also 22. We're in a Master 22 year. This year has perhaps been about you embracing this energy. Take a breath. The value of the pause. What am I breathing in? And I talk about this in my meditation classes. We can breathe in worry. We can breathe in stress. We can breathe in uncertainty. Or we can choose, completely empowered in the moment, to breathe in peace. Breathe in love. Breathe in acceptance. We can choose to breathe out the energy of blame and grief. We can choose to breathe in the courage energy that it takes to embrace change. We can breathe out anything that blocks us from our happiness. We can breathe in the choice to love self and increase our vitality in one way or another. We can breathe out any ways in which we are not empathic with self, Aqua. And we can certainly breathe out worry and stress. I think I've already mentioned that. As we breathe in peace. I can keep going. Look at that vibrational, that beautiful high vibrational energy that is there for you. There's a lot of dolphin energy. There's a lot of Gaia energy here. What needs to set sail? What needs to be released? Allow that ship to sail. Okay? Allow yourself to understand the storms of life and the purpose of that, you know, and underneath them, there are these beautiful, deeper gifts of coral and a whole other world. Like we might be just focusing on this and how scary that feels. This is a depiction of, like, there's a lot of water here. Maybe your relationship with your emotions has always been about this choppy waters and feeling like I've got to navigate on it. What if you were supported all along? What if underneath, when you go deeper, when it comes to connecting into your emotional body, the purpose it can actually serve you, the truths, the deeper truths of what it holds rather than repressing it? What if there's a whole new way of looking at your emotions? Like, I feel like a very limited view here. Like your emotions have taught you how to master something thanks to the Master 22. 2020 has offered you this opportunity to take a whole new view. Okay? You also got the progress card. I felt the one underneath was relevant to you. What does progress mean to you when it comes to the realms of happiness, health and vitality? Embracing the relationship we have with our emotional body to come to a point of emotional mastery so that we can have a genuine new beginning. Okay? 36, maybe you are 36. 3 and 6 is creativity, creative choices that brings in harmony. 6 is the number of harmony. 3 and 6 is 9. 9 represents endings. You've got a lot of 3, 6, 9, 22 energy here, guys. That's huge. But your role, your path is huge too for the collective. Okay, your progress has been of purpose. You are making progress. August offers you a beautiful opportunity to make authentic and genuinely evident progress. All right? Look at her wings. What stories do you carry? Do they keep you afloat? This is significant. I love the artwork in these cards. Like, look at the detail. There's memories. She's remembering the memories. And memories can keep us afloat, or they can keep us grounded. I'm not grounded in a good way. If progress means we are to fly, to soar, what is holding you down? What do you carry in the wings? And are these memories, this energy, the wind beneath my wings, towards change and happiness? Or are they more so this energy? That it becomes too heavy to genuinely fly, to genuinely change, to genuinely soar and experience this. Yeah? Connecting to dolphin energy, whatever that means for you. All right, there's a lot of dolphin energy showing up. A lot of butterfly energy as well. It is time to progress towards transformation. It's time to have a different relationship with your emotions. I'm going to have to rewind the video to remember what I said. I'd call your video. Looks good, Aqua. Please do go ahead and check out the channel for your fortnightly readings across August, and link in to me on Instagram to stay up to date with the weekly quick reads, okay? I will be doing regular giveaways when it comes to free personal readings, and I'll probably do them each month, so follow Facebook to check that out. But if this resonates and this is your first time here, thanks for watching, thanks for listening. Please do like, share, subscribe, and by all means let your other empath, sensitive and intuitive friends know where to find my channel. Until next time, Aqua, enjoy August. Take care.